Honestly, keeping up with AI feels like a full-time job. Every week there's a new model, a new tool, something that's supposed to change everything. And if you work in tech, you can't just sit this out. So instead of trying to passively keep up, I decided to go all in. I started building again, set up a Homelab to test things properly, including infrastructure and security. And I'm documenting the whole process. So, welcome to the channel. I'm Leann, and I've been working in tech for the past few years now, mostly on the software and infrastructure side. And one thing you learn pretty quickly is there's no coasting in this industry. You either keep up or you fall behind. I got into tech pretty early. My dad was an IT guy, so we always had a computer around, like the big chunky ones, and I was hooked. In high school, I wanted to be a mobile app developer. I had a ton of ideas, and I just loved the idea of building something from nothing. After some time working and figuring things out, I ended up coming back in 2021, and that's when I landed my first tech job at a startup. After that, I got an opportunity to work in Silicon Valley with one of my dream companies, and the free food didn't hurt. I learned a lot from there, and I realized there was something missing. I didn't just want to work on other people's systems. I wanted to build my own. I was always building something on the side. Small apps, ideas I thought would be useful. Nothing huge, but things that I actually cared about. And then, like it does, life got busy. Work picked up, I became a lead and got more responsibilities. Priorities shifted, and I ended up running out of energy and time. So, a lot of those projects went unfinished. And that honestly bothered me more than I expected. I think one thing I've realized, and maybe you felt this too, is that I've been in learning mode for too long. Watching tutorials, saving posts, reading threads, but not actually building anything. And the problem is that feels productive, but it doesn't really move you forward. At least for me, the biggest growth came from building something, getting stuck, and having to figure it out. That's a big part of why I'm doing this channel. Not just talking about things, but actually building them. What are you building? What are you studying? And what are you trying to solve? So, this channel is me getting back to that. Building again. Finishing what I start, and doing it in a way that actually reflects how things work in the real world. And one of the first things I did when I decided to take that seriously was build a Homelab. Okay, so a Homelab. This is probably one of my favorite things right now. It's basically my own environment where I can build and test end-to-end apps, infrastructure, and yes, break things on purpose. A big part of it is understanding how systems actually behave, how they fail, how they're vulnerable, and how we can design them better. Not in a super theoretical way, but in a way that makes you a better developer, because there's only so much you can learn from tutorials. At some point, you have to actually build the system, misconfigure it, watch it break, and figure out why. That's where things really started to click. So this system is going to be a big part of what I'm going to be sharing here. So let me be really clear about what you'll be seeing on this channel. First, AI and tech news, but filtered for people who build things. Not the hype, but what actually matters when you're writing code or working on real systems. Second, my projects. The apps I'm building, what I'm running in my Homelab, what works, what breaks. You're going to see the process, not just the polished result. Third, systems and infrastructure. Not in a super academic way, but in a practical way, including security, because that's a big part of building a real software, whether people think about it or not. Fourth, certifications. I recently got my Security Plus certification, so right now I'm going towards CISA Plus or Network Plus, and I want to approach it differently. Not just memorizing enough to pass, but internalizing and understanding the material in a way that I can use in real systems. So I'll be sharing that process with you as well. What's useful, what's not, and how I'm connecting it back to the things that I'm building. And finally, tools. AI tools, dev tools that's actually worth using, and what's just noise. This channel is for those who are already in tech or those who are actively trying to break in. Developers, IT professionals, those who don't need the basics, but also don't have time to keep up with everything. I'm not trying to be the biggest channel. I'm trying to build the right community. People who are building, learning, and staying sharp. And if you're doing that working full-time, this is for you. So here's what's coming next. I'm rebuilding one of my old projects, properly this time. Setting up more of my Homelab, and breaking down tools and ideas that really matter. If that sounds useful, subscribe. And drop a comment. What are you building right now? I'll see you in the next one.